Okay. All righty.
And we're recording.
All right. It is still July 11th. It is now 7:02 p.m. This is the tax budget hearing. Is that the correct way to say it? Okay. Tax budget hearing for FY25. Correct? Okay. And do I need to do roll call for this? Anyone know? Okay.
It's always, it'd be safe, you know.
Okay, well, quickly, all of council is here, so Councilperson Martin, Councilperson McNamara, Councilperson Passion, Councilperson Cost, Councilperson Grant, and myself, Council President Camera, and then our fiscal officer, Jeffrey Wilczek is here as well, and Chief is present in the building as well. So, all right, Jeff, I'll let you take it off.
And this compact,
She's got it. Perfect.
public hearing is held to get input on the tax budget, which leads into our budget for next year. The purpose of the tax budget is to justify the collection of the property taxes that we are authorized to collect and for participation in the allocation of local government funds. The tax budget represents, at least looking at 25, anticipates expenditures increasing across the board 4%, which is our current inflation rate. I've looked at the revenues and I based that upon trend and other things that I may be aware of as far as revenues and how it affects things. The budget itself is, it was on file in the fiscal office on June 28th. We have a 10-day period where it's made available to anyone who asks to see it, so that has taken place. Tonight is essentially the public hearing, and that we adopt tonight has to be filed with the County Budget Commission by July 20th, so that's next week. Okay. Couple of things that are in here just for interest. Like I said, general fund is, the expenditures are anticipated to increase 4%. We will refine that much more as we get into the fall and we deal with the appropriation budget for 25. We have a property tax levy that will be up for renewal next year that generates revenue from the general fund. We will look at that and figure out whether we just do a plain renewal or something else. And we'll advise that if you let that levy expire and you go for a new one, you no longer get the rollbacks on the levies that exist. That means your taxpayers are going to pay 12.5% more. Okay? If you do say we did a levy that was a renewal plus, you wouldn't have the homestead go back on the new part, but you keep it on the old part. Okay?
So savings.
Debt service funds that are in here are 2 debt service funds right now, actually 3, I'm sorry, is the sewer projects, phase 2 and 3 that were completed a couple years ago. There are OPWC loans, the low interest loans, and we also have a bond issue that relates to the TIF. There's a presentation in here for our other operating funds, which is the street fund, our sewer fund, sewer maintenance fund, water maintenance, water line maintenance fund, and more recently, the storm sewer maintenance fund. Excuse me.
And then you're on page 5, just for people following along, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Moving along.
You know this so well. I know you know where everything's at, but for sure.
And again, I'm not trying to dwell on details because that's more important come fall.
Yeah,
when we
right.
deal with the other
Right.
appropriation budget. If you move on to page 10, there's a list of our debt that is in existence. And again, one OPWC loan will be paid off this year. That is the 2006 street improvements. 2009 and 2010 will be paid off in 26. And then we're left with the sanitary sewer loans for phase 2 and 3 that are 20-year loans. Okay? And the bond issue, of course, we have, and that's also a 20-year bond issue, and we're in the third year of it right now. Back page 12, is a list of projects that are going into next year that we're going to take on. And I've identified some of the funding sources that go with it. Now, as time progresses, we may have to tweak the schedule a little bit further, because it's a pretty aggressive list for next year. Okay? But things have been planning the stage for a lot of that too. Again, it's open to the public if there's any comments or input to be added.
Can I have a question?
Sure.
I saw some sewer fund things. When I get my water bill, there's a little sewer charge on that. Is part of that for Minerva Park, and does that go into income that can pay off things?
It's the surcharge that you pay comes to us, period.
Okay.
And it does go into a separate fund. It's actually being split between the debt service funds for the past sewer improvement fund, or improvements that were made, and the rest goes to the operating fund,
So, yes.
which is for maintenance.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. You should also see water and a storm sewer charge.
Yes, it's mostly the sewer charge that I want.
Okay.
And didn't we switch the percentages
Yeah.
a
If
year or
I
so
recall,
ago?
you lowered water, increased sewer a little bit.
Yeah, we did change that up.
And we added the storm sewer.
Yeah, and that was because we were collecting a little too much money in one and not enough in the other.
No,
So we basically shifted the percentage to balance it out a
Yeah,
little
we
bit.
tried to soften the impact to the
Yes.
residents for the new fee that we added to it.
Since I'm the only person here.
Yeah, go for it.
What is that EMS vehicle bond retirement?
Good question.
Back when I was here before, we had issued 5-year notes to acquire an EMS truck.
Yeah.
That's what that fund is for. It has $99 and change left in it that I'll be working with legal counsel to get that closed, and those dollars transferred back to general fund because they were using income tax allocations used to pay. But again, that was the EMS truck that was acquired back in, I want to say 2018.
Keep going.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Yeah, we got 5 more minutes.
I do love this. I love this stuff, and it's just so nice to have it be in this building and have the people here who are here, so.
We also like in
I like my office now.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
No, this looks good, and I encourage, I'm probably the only person alive that really believes that we need to spend money to make a place look good, and I don't mind any that I spend. I wish I could spend more to help you guys really make this place
Thanks,
as
Jen.
wonderful.
Can we put you on a poster outside?
That's a really, why don't you stand outside once in a while and then just talk to people? Wow, that's the nicest thing I've heard in a while.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought it's like our own homes. We invest in our own homes so they look good and so that their value keeps going up.
That's,
And it's the same thing with a
Yeah,
municipality.
absolutely.
I actually just wanted to point out, I was just thinking about this with the road improvement project on North Lake and Park Lane. Those houses have now seen a very large increase in their property values, and they are now probably the most expensive houses in Minerva Park. When before all of this, they were all foreclosed bank properties because we couldn't get them insured and nobody wanted to live there. So that does make a very large impact on us and to all of our community. So thank you for noticing that. That's very nice.
Thank you.
We do try to make it nice for everybody. Yay, team!
Well, we have 3 minutes let's, I
You
don't
got
want to stop
3 minutes.
anyone if you have questions.
We love your questions, they're poignant.
Well,
We can't-
what did you do to help them,
That whole sewer got redone in the back.
oh, yes.
So now the street's not flooded, so it's not like a hazard to live there. Yeah, that.
Yeah, no, you've been taking care of a lot of things.
We tried.
We're on kind of a to-do list.
Yeah,
It's hard because somebody keeps saying no to things.
the list is long,
I know. It's
and
an old
the
town.
money is not,
Yeah, the budget part really,
Yeah. yes.
yeah.
So if anyone wants to leave money to the village, we'll gladly accept it, right?
Save the Pool Fund does
Yeah.
take donations.
Yes.
Is there really?
We're trying to do the best we can.
No, but we're calling it that, so just come to the
Yes.
pool more often.
Don't worry.
Okay, just bring your friends, make friends and tell them to come.
Alrighty, well, if we don't have anything else, we'll close this meeting out and get ready for the next one.
Okay,
Sounds
We
good.
good to adjourn?
yeah.
Alright.
Good.